Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel, and this is my match preview for Wolverhampton Wanderers against Manchester United in the English Premier League. So first off, before I get on to this game, you may or may not notice, you may or may have not heard me say previously, but I'm approaching 5,000 subscribers on my channel, for which I'm incredibly thankful for all the support of people that watch all over the world. And if and when I get to 5,000 subscribers and I go past that, I'm doing my first ever free giveaway, which is going to be a one-off, and it's worth subscribing for. So help us get to the 5,000. If you're subscribed, click the bell for the notifications so you get notified. So on to the game. I'm not going to go too much into the stats and facts in this game. I'll put a link up there to the Man Utd Wolves preview for the FA Cup, where there's quite a lot of stats. But one stat that we do have is that if Wolves beat Manchester United in this particular game, it's the first time they've beaten them twice in a season since the 1979-1980 season. So Ryan Bennett potentially could come back after serving his 3-match suspension. And they've got the likes of Lindegaard and also Lukaku, Man United, that I'm told is fit and are likely to start. So, as I say, I'm not going to go too much into the stats and facts on this one, but I do want to talk about the game because it is an interesting game, isn't it? Wolves, the FA Cup quarter-final, what an atmosphere that was. It's a night that any Wolves fan, whether you're watching on the TV around the world or you're actually in the stadium, you'll never ever forget that night. It was incredible. And kind of this game is kind of a little bit after the Lord Mayor's show. Wolves didn't have a great performance at the weekend, again after the international break against Burnley. Although saying that, I thought up until they scored the second, I really thought we'd get a point out of it, but it didn't happen. And so we're still 7th, but they're about Leicester, Everton, West Ham, Watford. They're all battling for that 7th place, and Wolves are actually only 2 points now clear of 11th place. So on to the game. What does Nuno do in terms of the team selection for tomorrow? It's 5 days, Tuesday to Sunday, before we play in the FA Cup, so it is a fair gap. It's not like in the other semi-final where, you know, Brighton and Man City play on the Wednesday and then they play on the Saturday. Both Wolves and Watford play on the Tuesday night and then play on the Sunday. So there is time to recuperate. Is he going to rest players? Nuno always says it's always about the next game, and it always has been, but the semi-final's got to be in the back of... It's in the back of everyone's mind. So what will he start with? I wouldn't be surprised if we see Ruddy start. I said that actually for the Burnley game, but he didn't. Judging on the on what he said previously about giving him match time, will he start Ruddy or will he start Rui Patricio? The back, you can't see him dropping Cody. He's sort of instrumental. Bolly will almost certainly start. Does he bring Bennett back in for Saiz? Saiz obviously been away at international break. Bennett fresh and keep Saiz fresh. I didn't think Saiz had his best game at the weekend, personally. Then into the midfield, Neves, Moutinho, Dendoncker. How much is he going to change? I think he'll at least change one of those. Maybe Moutinho, because he's the older statesman of the team. I can see Morgan Gibbs-White getting a start, and I think Morgan should be getting a start. Wing backs, Johnny Otto. I'd like to think that Ruben Vinagre might come in for this game. He did fantastically well against Cardiff, and I think Vinagre might be given a go. The other wing back, Doherty, would he start? He has got an engine on him, but again, I'm not so sure whether he'll start with Doherty or maybe he'll put Traore back in there. I thought Traore's probably, his last 2 games have been his best. And then we're looking up front. Personally, Diogo Jota, he's been away on international duty himself. He played a lot. We don't want him to get injured. I wouldn't mind seeing Traore playing up there and giving him another go, or Cav again, or Costa. I know Costa hasn't quite been the player. I'm just waiting for that spark from him. And would you start Jimenez in this game? We don't look quite the same without Jimenez playing. And obviously he rested him for the last game Will he give him 60 minutes in this one? Potentially. And a different partner. See how that goes. The team selection is really interesting for this, in my opinion, for this game. And I'd be interested to hear your views on what you think the team selection will be. If you think you should rest some players. You know, how important is 7th? Where? Yeah, we'd like to finish 7th. That would be fantastic. But would I take 11th and win the FA Cup? Me personally, first year in the Premier League, finishing 11th, winning the FA Cup, qualifying straight directly for the Europa League with no qualifiers. That would be great. Okay, it's not a given that we're going to beat Watford for 1, and then it's, you know, it's not going to given we're going to beat Man City or if Brighton get through. But I think Man City would obviously be hot favourites for that. Brighton fighting for their lives. But whoever we got, would we beat those and win the FA? I don't know. But to go to an FA Cup final, 1960, it's the last one we went to, you know, that would be amazing. So I'd trade it off. I just think we need a good performance, whatever the result tomorrow. And, you know, Man United are desperately for the 4th place. I think it's going to be a slightly different game. I think we're going to have one eye on the Cup for definite. Man United, for them, obviously they've got the Champions League coming up, but they really want to be in that top 4. So it's going to be a hard game, a really tough game, and we need to match their energy. So in terms of a score prediction, I wouldn't be surprised if we lost 2 or 3, 0 or 1, just because of the circumstances surrounding the game. But I think as long as we get a good performance and we play well, I'm happy. But I'm going to go with a draw, 1-1. I'm going to go with, and I'm going to go with that volley header from a corner again. Leave your score prediction below and your first goal scorer. Again, if you get it right, you get a shout out in the vlog. As I say, I've got a giveaway coming up very, very soon. I'm getting close to that 5,000 subscribers, so make sure if you've not subscribed, you consider subscribing. And if you are, please hit the bell, smash a like on the video, leave your thoughts below. And again, if you're interested in getting involved in the international reaction, or you want to be the UK representative on that, let me know as well. Either way, guys, you know, whatever happens tomorrow, I'm going to go there to enjoy the game, give it my all, like all the fans will, support the team. At the end of the game, whatever the result, it is what it is, as long as we've given a good performance, and then we can really start looking forward to the semi-final. But I'm going 1-1. What are you going? And let's hope for a good game. Come on, Wolves.